Okay, let's talk about setting up your custom conversion event. Now, quick recap on why this is so crucial. It serves two main purposes. The first is it allows you to identify specific actions to Meta. This is particularly useful for the really high level and high intent actions, especially sales, because Meta will then look at all of that data of those users and it will find commonalities between them and use that to better feed its AI to find higher level intent people and lower your cost per result, at least in theory. The second is that it allows you to track these specific events like sales when you are running multiple ad creatives, as you should be, which we'll talk about further on in the course. If you have, let's say, 50 creatives in a single campaign, like I do sometimes, you need to know which creatives are driving the sales. Those are the ones that people are engaging with, those are the ones that are working, and that data is extremely important to scale your ads effectively. So now that we've got a quick recap on the importance of the conversion, let's look at how to set it up. This is going to be really easy if you came here straight from the last lesson for the pixel, because we're still here in the events manager. But if you're starting fresh, just go to eventsmanager.facebook.com. Make sure you're in your business suite here, and you can come here to custom conversions. This is where we can see all of our existing conversions and create new ones. So I'm going to go create custom conversion. First thing I like to do, just to make sure I don't forget, is under data sources, you want to select the pixel. So we just created the default pixel. We haven't set up any events on it or anything, so it's showing yellow, but we're going to create the pixel that we have just created that we want to set this conversion event up under. And we're going to name it. Naming it is quite simple. You're just going to effectively be what it is. Now, you do want to be intentional with your naming conventions to make sure you can stay organized. You might get to a point where you have 20 plus custom conversions and you want to make sure that you can easily identify what's what and find what's what. So I'm just going to name this test event. You can leave action source as website. You can leave the event as all URL traffic. All we need to do is paste something right here. We're going to leave this as contains because what we're doing here is we're going to go back to our funnel. Now, let's say this was a sales page right here. And after the sales page, I would have a checkout page first, right? So let's just, for the sake of test, create my checkout page. And after my checkout page, I would have a confirmation page. All right, so what we're looking for is the unique section of the URL on whichever page the person lands on after taking the action. So in this example, they would come here for the sales page, then they would go to the checkout page. And what if I'm trying to tell Meta what a purchase is, it would be the page someone would reach after they've purchased, which would be the confirmation page. So what I would do is I would take everything after the / here in the URL, and I would copy it, and I would paste it in here. So we know this is a test event, or a sale, or a opt-in, or whatever it is, because somebody from our ad reached a URL on the site that this pixel is on, and that URL confirmed the unique element, which is everything after the / and the only way that somebody could reach that URL is by purchasing our product on our checkout page. Once we've gone ahead and created that, all we have to do is click create, and it's good to go. Now we have our custom conversion. And now that our pixel's set up and our conversion's ready to go, we have the technical back end of things ready, and we can now jump into our ads manager, and we can set up the targeting, we can set up our budget, and all that fun stuff. So I'll see you in the following lessons.